Yo, this is the Mighty Jalak, aka Cat. Sorry about the audio on this video. The microphone I got is a bit fucked up at the moment. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Hopefully you can hear me well enough. So if you just follow my steps from Green Orb down into the radiation zone, I'm in single player now, as you know. We're doing a mesh video. That's how the game goes. So what I'm going to do is just show you the way down there from reference point, really, because I'll show you the chords when I'm there. But the pink zone is a complete maze down here. So I'll show you from green to the mesh hole, and I'll also show you the coordinates as well. This is a massive mesh hole. I can't believe the devs let it slip. You could probably fit a fucking rock drake through there. In fact, a dev probably did let it slip so he could play the game easily by himself, you know. So I'm just making people aware of this mesh hole. It is absolutely massive. You can access the whole of Aberration from this one mesh hole. You can mesh Glowtail Cave, you can mesh Underwater Cave, and I'll be doing a mesh video on how to mesh the Glowtail Cave and the Underwater Cave in the next week or so. Sorry I haven't uploaded as much content as regularly. I've been a bit busy IRL at the moment, but it is what it is. So as you can see, I'm in a tech suit here, so you don't have to worry about radiation or having to have a hazmat suit. You can fly around freely as you need to be to do all your meshing goodness. So I've put a platform here down with a transmitter on just so I can remember where the spot is. Obviously if you're going to do this on official I wouldn't do that. Just note where it is. I'm going to put creative mode on just so I can build myself a GPS quick to show you the coordinates for this mesh hole. So yeah, to summarise, to get here just follow from where I went from green to where I am now. If you want some coordinates, they're up on the screen now. That's 6861. And just behind this cliff platform is a huge fucking hole. You can probably fit a Drake through it. I'm not even exaggerating. Again, I can't believe it's got through. You literally come through this hole, and you'll see in a minute. So you'll see in a minute. Basically, I'm going to come out of the hole, and you'll see I have access to the whole map. The best way to do this, as usual, is with a tech suit. So if you just come to these coordinates and fly up into this crevice here, come up into this hole, and then down, and then straight through this massive hole. Considering this is a mesh hole here, completely undetectable to you know, mesh detect on official, it's absolutely ridiculous. That skiff is for the second part of the video, as I've said, where I'll be showing how to make unraidable cryofridges and unraidable skiff, pretty much, in order to hide your blueprints or any structures or cryos you might want. You can, anyway, I'll get to that in the second half. So that's the mesh hole pretty much. Really easy to find if you follow my footsteps. As you can see, you can access the whole of AB from here, and I'll have a video later on showing you how to get into Glowtail Cave from underneath, how to get into Underwater Cave, so you can actually do some PvP damage and it actually be very advantageous, not just getting out there to hide your bits and bobs. So we're going to move on to the second part of the video now. So out of the mesh, as usual, you can build structures. So this isn't unfeasible to do, this is a completely feasible thing to do, especially on Aberration where there's enough element. And if you have a bed on it, you can spawn in with dust, break it down and keep your element powered, or bring ore in that you've kept in your upload as well, and spawn in on a bed with it. So this is a completely doable thing. It is not difficult and it's completely possible in official PvP. All you have to do is build a rep out of the mesh and then build a skiff. So yeah, it's completely doable. So what I'm going to show you now basically is, obviously you can put cryofridges down. If you place batteries in them, charged batteries of course, it will power the fridge, and you can keep your cryos alive for however long. Now what I'm going to show you now, which is the cheeky thing and the sneaky thing, one of the broken obelisks floating in the sky actually has meteors surrounding it. Now these meteors aren't actually solid textures and you can go through them. So with your skiff, there's many you can choose from. However, there's not a huge range, because if you go too far up or too far down, your character will despawn, you will die and whatnot. So I wouldn't risk going somewhere with lots of valuable loot if that could happen to you potentially. But most of these meteors, well, all of the meteors, but some of them are inaccessible. The ones that are accessible, you can fly your skiff into the meteor, because the text hasn't got a collision on. You can, boom, as you see here, hide it straight in the meteor. No one's going to find this fucker. I'll tell you that for us now. Not one man's gonna find this fucker. If you really wanted to, you can stick a velo on it. Because the only way you're coming over here really is on a tech suit. I mean, I haven't thought about space whales with tech saddles out here, but it could be a possibility. So as you can see there, you can do this on official. Build a skiff out of the map. Use a mesh hole like the one you've seen. Build a skiff out of the map. Put a cryo fridge on it. Put your tames in it. It's good. As you can see here, you can't build a Jenny, unfortunately. So if you want to put Jenny down and that, I know what you're thinking. You can't do it, I'm afraid. What you want to do, you want to put a bed down, name it something and whatnot. Even if you put a bed far out of the mesh, if you name it, you can just left click on the D-pad, X, and it will select it. So yeah, just name your bed. Put all your shit out here. You can spawn here with fuel for your skiff, and here you got unraidable cryo fridges, completely unraidable. Yeah, no one's finding this shit. So yeah, this is Mighty Jalax. This is Team Bob with OP. Do you know the drill?